Hello everyone and welcome back to another Jumps Chess video. Today we're going to be playing Puzzle Rush and we're going to see how many we can get in survival, maybe get close to my high score of 45. So let's get going and see how we can do. I'm going to emphasize giving it a go first before watching me play it if you want to do the puzzles yourself, but if you just want to watch for entertainment, then go ahead. And this first puzzle looks like an endgame. Quite simple, we can just take the bishop, I think. And we're just winning. Here the white king has a really weak back crank, so we're just going to back crank mate. Same thing again, so when this rook takes, knight takes, and rook takes. Okay, we've got another weak back rank here. The king cannot escape to here and this rook cuts it off, so we've got a nice checkmate here. Here we've got the same thing, this bishop is cutting off the king's escape and this back rank is once again weak. So we can just go check, 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 and that's mate. Here we have a nice attack coming along here. The knight is attacking our queen, but we just have checkmate here, so quite good. And black to move here. The king is kind of running out of squares. The only escape square is here, so I think we can just go g4 and that's checkmate because there's no escape here. There's no escape here and this pawn's defended, so this is checkmate. White to move. Okay, again we've got another mate in one here. It's all quite easy so far. Here another weak back rank. The pawn stops the king from advancing. But hold on a second, if we go here then the queen blocks. So there's I think this is just queen blocks and then we take the queen and then we can take this rook. And this pawn can't promote, so yeah, it should be good. And we're just going to take this rook. White to move. So again, I think this check looks good. Rook end game. I'm just noticing that the king can't go to any of these squares and only has this square safe. So if I pawn check king here, that's a little bit. Then we've got c4 check, and I think that's mate. Yeah, there's no way out, so nice little checkmate. Here we've got another mate in one, rook and queen lining up. It's checkmate. Hey, number 11, knight and bishop working together to deliver a nice checkmate here. This pawn can push, but then we're just going to come in here, and the knight blocks the square, and the bishop covers the square. The only thing that he can do is block with this bishop, so we just take that as well. Okay, number 12, and we've got this nice little check here, and that is just mate in one. So yeah, that's mate. Okay, we've got another nice check here, and then the king has to go here, but this isn't mate because the queen defends it. So I think we can probably go for some back rank. Rook check, rook takes and queen takes, and then if the bishop takes it, then the queen takes it and it's mate. So check, king here, rook check, and if the bishop blocks it, then we're going to go check, and when the rook takes it, the queen takes it, and that's mate. So it's a nice mate there. Okay, this is a nice check. And in fact it's just mate in one. The king has no escape square. So it's a nice mate in one. Here we've got a nice weak back rank again. Really important to pay attention to. So check, the king moves here, and then we sacrifice the queen. And the rook delivers the mate. Okay. White to move. So we actually have this check here because this pawn is pinned, and that is just mate. So that's a nice one. It's one that you probably won't see unless it's a puzzle. Okay, number 17. So the first thing I noticed is we've got this fork where we can fork the rook and the king. But our rook is also hanging. So do we have something better? Well, oh, sorry, we got this fork as well. That forks the queen. Queen and the king, but then the rook takes it. And we have the same problem. So the queen's not actually threatening to take this unless our knight moves from the square, because we've got the fork. Okay, we got rook d6 check as well, and that looks really strong. Rook d6 check, and then the queen has to take, and the bishop takes, and we've got 2 pieces against the rook. So that looks pretty winning. If we go rook check, and the rook blocks, then we still just take the queen. And yeah, that's just winning. So, nice. Okay, number 18. So the first thing I noticed is this knight d6 check, and the pawn is pinned to the king because there's queen. So if the rook takes, we've got mate. So knight d6 check. It also removes the defender of the c7 pawn. And we're probably just going to mate with this, but let's calculate it before we put it on the board. So knight check, king d7, queen c7 check. That would be mate actually. No, not quite. King here. But then queen e7 would be mate. Sorry, no one. Knight check, king here. Queen check, king here. But then queen f7 would be mate. King's got no escape, and that square's not defended. So knight check, king here. We got check, king here, and mate. So yeah, knight d6 is the move. Okay, number 19, white to move. Right, what are our checks? We've got check down here. Got check here. But this check looks really strong, because this bishop's controlling a lot of squares and the pawn's controlling a lot of squares. So if we check here, forces the king up. Only move. And then we have bishop f6 check. Again, forcing the king to one of these squares. This is tricky. This is the first tricky one. So check. Check, king up. Do we have anything? Well, let's assume check. Oh, then he's got to go here or here. And then we come here. And I think... so if he comes here, then we go queen g8. And is that mate? I think that's mate. But if he goes king f8, then what do we do? The bishop's here, the queen's here. Queen b8 check, perhaps. The bishop can just block. Queen b3 check. I'm not seeing any other moves. Like, I think this is just a pure king hunt, but it's a little tricky to see. King here, check. If queen takes, then we're just better. So check. King here, check. King here. And then... oh, we've got queen a3 check, perhaps. Maybe we had queen a3 check before even. So check. You can even go here though. Okay, he's got more than... Okay, king, queen here, king here, then we've got this check. And I think we'll win the bishop at least when the king moves here. And there might even be a way to win the queen there, so that's bad. So queen here, king here, queen a3 check, king back to here. And then we got queen f8 check, king here or here. I think we're just maybe winning the bishop, but the king's a little bit unsafe, so I think maybe he's got some checking ideas. Repetition, like check, king here, check. So we've got to, perhaps we've got to mate. Well, I think queen b3 is the only first move here. There's no other checks, and I think this got common check, so we can play queen b3. Okay, goes king f5. But we discovered king f5 is bad because of queen f7. So queen s7, and then we could just trade the queen, and it's probably okay, but it doesn't look too... We're in the upper pawn. So there's probably something more. So queen f7, king e4, take the bishop. And can we survive these repeated checks? Queen c1, king h2, queen f4, g3, queen f2. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. So queen f7. It's also got here, but I just don't think that's got to be good. King e4. Queen f7, king e4. I want to go here, but... Oh, we can go here. Queen g6 check. King here. I think his king gets away if it gets to e3. Oh, we've also got queen c2 check. I missed that. So many checks in this position. Find puzzles with queens really hard. Queen c2 check. King here. Queen f7. King here. We've got this check. King here. There's no immediately obvious win. So what happens if we just take the bishop? There you go, king f2, queen f4 check, king e2, queen e4, no. Does he run out of checks? I think it's gotta be queen f7. I think queen c2. Queen c2 just looks wrong because king gets to g5. Although maybe queen c2. Yeah, but queen e4. And then what are we doing? Queen here. Queen still blocks. And we got a dark square bishop, so we can't attack this king in another way. It's queen f7. King here. Queen check. King here. Oh, we can't even go queen check. The pawn would take us. Queen f7. King here. And just exchange the queens. Perhaps. Is it so winning though? I mean, I guess I've got the passed pawn, but I just don't like his king being here whilst my king's here. It's definitely winning. It's just a bit... Is it super clear? It looks unclear to me. So here, takes, here, and then king f2. And if check, then king e2. Yeah, I just think perhaps here, takes, king f2. How about king e4, king e2, and his king's got no way in, and this bishop's really passive. So I think we can just trade queens actually. So let's go with this. Okay, it's definitely this move, but I think the reason I'm struggling is just that I'm unsure if this is winning, but perhaps it is just really obviously winning. If I take this, then this is definitely a mistake, because there's no way. So, what? Oh no. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what I did wrong. King e4, queen takes d7. Okay, but what about queen c1 check? King h2, queen f4 check, king g1, queen e3 check, king f1. So there wasn't actually any repeated. Yeah, I think, let's say perhaps seeing ghosts, but that does look quite scary, going here and then allowing a queen e3 check, king here, like this is not nice. Okay, anyway, we'll carry on. Okay, number 19. So we've got a couple checks with the various knights. I like this one more, because when it recaptures we got queen check, and this knight is holding this square, so that would be mate. So check, king here, check, check, takes, queen mate, checks, king here, check, mate again. So yeah, this is just it, and there's no way out. Okay, that one was significantly easier than the last one. Okay, number 20. So obviously I want to target this pawn, but I think I've got this knight g3 check, and when it takes, we've got queen h5 mate, because this bishop's holding this in. So yeah, knight g3 is just completely winning, and that's mate. Number 21, literally the same thing again. When he takes, well, he can't take, because the queen already pins it, so it's just mate in one. It's got nothing he can take it with. So okay, number 22. Oops. Okay, so we got bishop check. He's really close to getting mated. Bishop check, rook takes, queen check, mate. So this looks pretty good. Ah, but he's got 2 rooks on it. Okay, that's good to see. Our king looks really close to getting mated as well, so we've definitely got to mate him. So check. If the rook takes, then do we have this move? Takes, and then rook check. King here. And promote with check. Checkmate even. So check. If this rook takes, then we... If this rook takes, okay. Bishop, rook takes. Check. Rook takes, and I think that's not it. Because he's got some queen e6 check. King's probably getting mated there. So what do we do if he does rook f3? Then do we just go here anyway? No, because then he just takes it. A little tricky. Maybe we go more forcing. We go queen takes f1, and then when the rook takes, we go rook takes, king here, and then promote. So we sacrifice the queen first, and I think that works. Bishop defends the pawn, so takes, rook takes, and there's no point going here. Let's just go check. King here, and then promote with mate. Yes, that's good. Nice. Okay, number 23. Okay, this looks really good. Again, king is really weak. There's definitely an attack coming on with all these pieces. But if we go check here, and if he moves, then we got queen check here. King here. And then do we have anything else? Got rook e3 pinning the queen to the king, but then the rook d8 will follow with mate after bishop blocks. So definitely got a mate here. In fact, can we sacrifice the queen and then go check? No. A little bit too extravagant. So check. King here. Check. King here. Then what do we do? Any more checks? Check king here, check. King. If he goes king here, then we got this check, but queen g3. King g3. Bishop f4 check, and the queen takes. Does that help us at all? Don't think so. So check. King here. The queen blocks to take it. Check. King here. Maybe sacrifice the rook. King takes, but then we're not getting anywhere with it. Check, and then bishop check, maybe. So check, king here, bishop check, queen takes. Then we check, king here. Do we have any more room for the queen? I don't think so. This one's a bit tricky. Rook check, king here. Queen check. King here. I want to use this bishop somehow, but I don't know how. Okay, maybe it's not mate. Maybe we just take this rook. Take this rook, and what's the threat? Maybe we're alright. But it can't be just taking the rook, because we have equal material, and so it's got to be something more. And we can take 2 rooks. Oh, check. King here, and we take the rook with check. That's definitely going to be strong. Okay. Getting somewhere. Take the rook with check, and then we're just winning 2 rooks. And there's back rank issue here. But I think we just come King G7 and we're okay. Queen 8, G8, King F6, Queen F7, the Queen will defend. So let's go for it. Okay, the pawn blocks. Now the question is, can we get away with taking this? This check doesn't work. This check. King G7. Queen G8. King F6. Queen E6 check. King G5. Queen D5 check. Looks a bit scary. So we need to be concrete and know that we're going to get out of this. Maybe we've got Queen D2 check now. Queen D2 check. The Queen blocks. Then what? If the Queen blocks, then we take it and go Rook E2 check. And we fork the King and the Bishop. So the Queen can't block. If we... Oh, no, that's not true. Because Queen blocks. Oh, no, it can. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And if the Queen doesn't block King H3, then we got Rook H1 check. No, but the Queen takes it. Queen D2 check. Queen H3. And I don't think we got any more meaningful checks. You can take the bishop, but that's going to get us mated probably. Okay, let's go back to taking the rook. Queen A8 check. King G7. It's a shame we can't block with this rook. Takes, Queen check. King G7. Queen G8. Sorry. Takes, check. King here. Check. King here. Ah, he doesn't have Queen E6 check because the rook defends it. And I missed that earlier. So... any other checks? Queen F7 check. No, no Queen F7. The Queen defends it. No Queen F8 check. The Bishop defends it. So where can the square be checked from? Here. Here defended. Here defended. I think we get out of it. I think we're fine. So I think we can take this. Yeah, and then King G7. King f6. Yes. Okay, nice. Phew, that was a tricky one. Okay, number 24. White to move. And we've got another, what looks like a checkmating attack, potentially, with 2 rooks and a queen. Oh, is queen f6 not just mate in 1? How is this puzzle harder? Okay, well, that's easy. Okay, number 25. We've got this check which forces us to take the queen. And he can promote, but we take it. Is there any tricks? I don't think so. This just looks winning. This pawn's going this way. So king here, take the queen. Yeah. Okay. Black to move. And this is a really weird construction. King has still got 2 pawns in front of it, and we just got a queen and a... Oh, the pawns are about to promote. Okay, the pawns are going this way. So... perhaps we can induce some zugzwang. This check just hangs the queen. This check just also hangs the queen. So... I think we can force a bad move. The question is, we've got king here, got queen here, queen here, queen here. So which one is it? There's no stalemate tactics because our king has loads of room. So we're definitely going for a checkmate here. So I think it's king g6, right? To try and go for the mate. Because the king can't move. These pawns are going this way. And when the rook moves, we go queen check, king here. Queen check, king here. Queen check, king here. And then we got a, discovered. Oh, that would be a draw though. So, king g6, let's say rook e8. King g6, rook e8. Queen h7 check. King f7. No, king f8. Queen g7 check. King e7. Queen f7 check. King d6, and then we take the rook. So let's say the rook goes further away. Let's say rook d8. King g6, rook d8. Queen check. King here. Queen check. King here. Queen check. Oh, that would be mate though. So rook c8. King g6, rook c8. Queen check. King here. Queen check. King here. I can go king here as well. King here. Queen check. King here. And now... perhaps we want king f6 instead of... No, because we do need the king on g6 to deliver the first check. But I was thinking if we had the king on f6, it cuts off the e7 square, so there's no way out. King f6, then rook here, and then... king f6, then when rook here, then we got this check. Oh no, we don't have that. This does not work. Don't know what I'm thinking. Rook, king f6, rook here. Yeah, it's got to be king g6. We've got to play king g6 first. Okay, rook c8. And then it's got to be here. And then, is it queen h8 check, perhaps? King here. And then we take the rook, but then he promotes a check. takes, and he promotes and makes a new queen, so it can't be that. So here, here, here. And I think the queen versus the rook is the winning endgame. Probably going to be a fork and somewhere down the line. Okay, number 27. Black to move. Okay, so first of all, I noticed this, and we are drawing in that position, I think, because he's going to win this pawn and we're going to win this pawn, and these are all locked up. So this is probably a better check, which forces his king here. Ah, no, it doesn't. Where does his king go? Queen b1 check. That's just mate and one, no? Queen b1 check. Yeah, it's just mate and one. Well, check, yeah. Okay, now we've got a defensive puzzle here for 28. We're in check. Okay, so can we just take this rook? If we take the rook, bishop takes, then we take, and we're up a bishop. Rook takes. Perhaps he's got like rook f1 check. Okay. And then that forces the king to e8. And bishop takes, king takes. So I think that's the same thing. Take the rook. There's no check here because the rook's there. Rook takes, check. He wants me to go here and then he's on equal material. But I think we can just take this. Is there any other checks? I don't think so. Okay, yeah. So now I saw this, but we just blunder it. So we've got to go king. Although, can we go king e6? I don't think we can go king e6 because of rook e1 skewering us, and then we lose the rook with tempo. That's losing. But king e8, he's got no other checks that I can see. If he goes rook f7, then we just take it. We're not pinned. If he goes rook e1, we just take it. So king e8, yeah, and then just take it. Okay, it's quite simple. Okay, number 29. Okay, queen e1 check. King h2. And then what follow-up do we have? Bishop takes f2. And then we can get checked. So the ideal line is bishop takes, king here. Oh, bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes, queen takes. Oh, sorry, check, king here, and then bishop takes. And we're threatening mate, and we're threatening the queen. So if the queen takes, then we just take it. And the material there, we've got 4 pieces, a rook and a queen versus 4 pieces and a rook. So that's winning. If we check king here, here. Yeah, I'm just worried about some like checks. Here, here, here. And then bishop f7 check. Okay, so that's just evading checks. But can we, so where would we put our king? Tuck it on f8? Looks alright. I don't think he's got any more checks. If he goes bishop check, then king e7, then he's got this queen g5 check, and that might get him out of it. Especially with how many pieces are around my king. But if we go king f8, knight g6, then take the knight, and there's nothing, there's no more checks. So let's do that. Okay, he just gives up the queen. Nice. Okay, number 30. Good number to be on. Okay, I'm noticing his king hasn't got a lot of squares. And we got this nice check here that we can throw in. The pawn will take, and then we can sacrifice the bishop. Bishop blocks. And that's the issue, the bishop blocking. So it would be mate if the bishop didn't block. So also the bishop can just block straight away. Okay, take the queen. We can just take the queen because then the pawn takes. This isn't mate though. Okay, this isn't mate. But this is, we're getting somewhere. We take the queen, pawn takes. Bishop check. And then the c pawn blocks. That's still annoying. Check. Does nothing. Take the queen, pawn takes. Bishop b5. Let's try to do bishop b5 again. It seems like it's got something to it. Okay, pawn blocks, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, and if the bishop blocks, then we take the rook. Okay, I think that's good. So bishop check, pawn takes. We trade that off. Bishop d7 is the only move, and we take the rook with check. And then the queen can't even block, the bishop will block, and we take it with mate. So that looks good to me. Okay, nice. Puzzle number 31. Okay, we're in check. So the first move I want to look at is just taking that bishop, and then, so what's the material like? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces versus 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Both have 2 rooks and a queen, and then we're down a pawn. Presumably he's just taken our pawn on f2. So we take this and we're up 2 pawns. So I think this puzzle is, if we can take this and survive the attack, then we're all right. So what's he got? Take it, queen check, g3. And there's no more meaningful checks there. So take it, bishop takes, knight takes, and just up a piece. Okay. Take it, bishop takes, and our queen is hanging, so we have to take the queen first before we take the bishop back, and I think that's just it. So take the bishop, and then this move, our queen's hanging. Yeah, and we've got this intermezzo, so yeah, that's it. Okay, nice, number 32. Okay, black to move. Okay, we've got this check, which just forces the king back, and we take the rook. Or this check, the rook blocks, and we just take the rook with probably the bishop. And if the king goes here, okay, maybe perhaps it's, do we take it with the rook or the bishop? So check. Okay, rook takes. Perhaps he's got no way to defend. So wait, bishop e3 check, king here. This isn't mate because the bishop defends the rook. Okay. Okay. So check, king here. Still rook takes. We're down an exchange there. So we can't do that. So perhaps we can win this pawn. Check, king here. Bishop takes e4. If the bishop takes, then we got mate. checking here. If bishop takes, rook takes, bishop takes, yeah, so that's no good. That's no good. This move is just jumping out at me. The e3 move is just. I'm also noticing the king and the rook are on the same diagonal, so we've got forks if we can move this pawn. But I don't see how that's going to happen. Maybe this. E3 of some kind. I don't know. And this one's a little tricky. So if we just take the rook and the bishop takes, and we check, the king goes here, and we take this pawn. What's that position like? Because that looks... We're up a ton of pawns. He has a rook and a bishop though. So is that winning? Is that winning enough? Maybe, but I'm not sure. Well, let's figure it out. Rook takes, bishop takes, check, king here, take the pawn, and then he'll probably go for this, and we just push it. Although no, he can just take this. So takes, check, king here. Take the pawn and take that pawn. And then we take this pawn. And we've got a lot of pawns. But is it enough? I think there's got to be something better. So bishop e3 check. King here. Rook takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. And we're in the same position. So what's the difference between this first or this first? Okay, well perhaps he can take with the king. So bishop e3. I think that's probably the difference. I think it's winning with a bishop versus rook versus two bishops if the king is on h1 entombed by this bishop, because the only way out is pushing these pawns, and you can't push this one because the bishop's on e4, so you have to go h3 and come out this way, and it's just really slow. So perhaps that's it. So check. If rook blocks, then we just take it with check. And that can't be good. I mean, king here. Bishop back check. King here. Let me just take the pawn, and we're up a piece. So here. So is it this bishop e4 move first? Here. Bishop e4. Rook takes. Pawn takes. And then he takes the bishop. I don't think that's good. I think it's bishop e3 check though. King here. Bishop e4. I don't think bishop e4 is right. Bishop e3, king here, rook takes. There's just no way we can get rid of this bishop, is there? Takes. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Bishop takes. So probably just bishop back. Bishop back. Probably forces the trade of the bishops, and then that doesn't look too convincing to me. Takes. And then bishop d2 defending the a5 pawn. Rook d7. Then bishop e4 perhaps. And maybe we just hold the whole position together with the bishop. It's the best shot I've seen, so I think we're going to go for it. So bishop e3. And then takes, bishop e4. I think it realistically is the only good option. Yeah, I think we've got to. And take this pawn. Oh, what? Oh, what is it then? What did I miss? Oh, there's a pawn push. There's a d3 thrown in there. Oh, and that is the fork. Oh, I saw the pattern, but I just assumed it would come with check. d3. So rook to c7. d2. Bishop e2. And then bishop c5. So what's the actual puzzle? Bishop takes f1, d3, rook c7, and then d2. Ah, that's a really hard move to see. d3 is really instructive. Tricky one. But okay, we'll carry on. So white to move. This is a pretty crazy position. Got a lot happening in this position. A bit overwhelmed. No checks. We can take this pawn, forking this rook and this knight. So that might be alright. What's the material? We've got 4 pieces. He's got 4 pieces. 2 rooks. Oh wait, no, there's no material off the board at all. That's why this looks so strange. But I think we just got queen here. Why are the knights on a3 and h? Goodness. And the bishop. This is so strange. So take on b7. And if rook b8, just take the knight with check. I'm just up a piece. Bishop blocks. Just take the queen. Trade it off. I think it's got to be this. Okay. King d7. Okay, do we have knight b5? That's the question. Is knight b5 good? So knight b5. And then like queen d8. Queen d8 just defends the mate and the rook. So I think we just got to take the rook. So yeah, let's take the rook. Okay, knight e7. And we just come back. And I think we're okay. Perhaps he's trying to trap me. But we've got a6. Queen a6. just go here. Rook b8. Queen e6. Rook b6. Ooh. Oh dear. Okay, we need to figure out how we're getting our queen out. Can we just take the rook? Can we just take the rook? Because we've already got a rook. So 2 rooks for a queen. That's 10 points of material versus 9. And we want a pawn. I think just taking the rook's good. If we go queen b7, then rook b8, queen a6, and then rook b6, and none of these squares are safe. Gonna go back to a8, and then rook b8 again, and it'll be a draw. So I think we just take the rook. Oh, I don't take the rook. No. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, well, not very good today. So let's see what the move was before we finish. It is queen a6. Oh, it's queen a6 immediately, not queen b7. And there's no rook a8. Oh. Taking the queen. Oh, yeah, it's just... I thought it was our only way out. Didn't see queen a6. I saw queen b7. Yeah, and then rook b8 and queen a6. Rook b6. Yeah. So I saw the draw correctly. I calculated it. I just missed queen a6. I mean, it was a really strange position. And how's this different? He's not got this. Yeah. Rook b8. And then we go d4 and the queen evacuates to e2 or d3. Okay, well. Disappointing end. I don't think I performed quite as well as I should have done. We'll do another one of these and see if we can do any better. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.